What I have here with me today is a volume so great that it can be considered one of the greatest volumes that has ever come out of this series. What I have here with me today is a volume so legendary that even those who don't believe in the legends would believe in the legends after reading this volume. You take one look at this cover, not even the cover, you take one look at the spine, and you'd be like, wait, hold on a minute, Chief. Look at the spine of this thing. You can't tell, bro, look at the spine. You got Goatbeard, Chadden, and Michael Jeffrey Roger. And then on the cover, your hands start shaking. I feel like my screen's about to start breaking. The Conquerors hockey that's coming out of this. Look at the cover. Look at this cover, dude. It's like, yo, to relax. Like, I understand the content in this volume is legendary, but somebody sees it at the bookstore, they might be knocked out. Like, yo, they'll pull out the volume from the shelf and fall back at their head in the bookshelf. Man, you want to hurt people now. We're not trying to hurt people. But ladies and gentlemen, when you have a volume like this, just look at them. You got the king on the bottom. You have Shanks and Buggy. A Shanks with a straw hat. And a volume cover. You got Captain Buggy. Marshall D. Come on now, man. Jozu. Odin. Come on, bro. Rayleigh. Roger. Whitebeard on one cover, on the same cover. Like, come on now, man. Dude, you didn't even need to look any further. And then in the farthest corner up here, you got the boy, the Phoenix, Marco, man. Like, dude, what more needs to be said? Go out and buy the volume. I mean, do you even need to see what's inside? Just having a volume like this chilling at some corner of your household has gotta be something of legend, you know what I mean? Like, yo, this feels like a volume you would put in a plaque or in a case. You know how in some of the superhero movies that you'll watch, you see like Batman has like his greatest weapons or the parts of his belt and like these glass cases inside of of his mansion. That's how I would have a volume like this if I had money, man. Like, yo, I put a volume like this. And so it's like, yo, this is legendary, dude. Come on now. Yo, the content that is covered within this volume, we have from chapters 965 to chapter 974. Now, spoilers for my anime onlys out there, man. Spoilers from anime onlys. Do not watch any further in this video if you are an anime only. Because listen to me. This volume covers Roger versus Whitebeard. Follows that up with Roger finding the One Piece. Follows that up with Odin and the Hour of Legends. And then that is followed up with going back to the present and seeing the goat with a coat, Kid D. Eustace, Trafalgar D. Water Law. That is where the volume ends. The volume ends on At Sea You Fight Pirates. When you're at sea, you fight against pirates. Come on, bro. Yo. I don't understand. I don't know how they allowed such a thing to exist. But by the Flagnards, Oda made it happen. This is nuts. And Divine Departure. He laughed. Like, man. There it is. The greatest collaboration of all time, man. Look at him. The goat. Dude, this is without a doubt, because of how big of a fan I am of the Hungry Days commercials, this is without question like a top 5 color page for me. I love it. And I think the reason why I love it so much is because I didn't expect it to happen within a color page. Like I could have seen Oda doing an illustration for an art book or for a color walk to take place later on whenever the Wano color walk would have been released or whatever, but no, man. In the middle of the entire arc and all of that greatness, and especially for this chapter. This chapter, ladies and gentlemen, is the I Am Oden, I Was Born to Boil chapter. To start that off with a color page of the Hungry Days commercial with a crossover with that One Piece greatness, the manga crossing over with the Hungry Days commercial. I mean, come on now, man. How do you have a volume this legendary, bro? Like, dude, seriously, I think that, one of these days I'm going to have to do a redo of that Recons piece that I did a while back where, actually I say a while back now, but I think it's been like 5 years, bro. Like it's been a long time since I recorded that. It's been maybe like 4 years, something like that, where I talked about my favorite volumes in the series. I'm going to have to update that because I don't think volume 90 was out at that time. That's definitely in my favorite volumes. And this one, without question, is also my favorite volumes. So I'm going to have to update that. Actually, what was the last volume that was around whenever I recorded that video, now that I think about it? I do not remember. I don't recall at this point in time. But what I can tell you is that there is going to be some welcome additions the next time we do a Recons piece on favorite volumes. And I do wonder how I'm going to be able to rank them because, man, there's been a lot of greatness. A lot of greatness. And my opinions have not necessarily changed, or, actually I would say that they have, because some of them have shifted and upward, causing other volumes to go down a bit. So it's like, oof. I think maybe after I do a full-on reread, I might do it, or I might just say screw it and do it one of these days for like ranking the favorite volumes again. We'll see what happens. But man, go out, purchase it, regardless of whether it's digitally or physically, however it is, man. This is a volume that to be able to go back to this at any given point and just read through it. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, this is covering Oden and Whitebeard's journey, the Orochi stuff, and Roger showing up with the whole squad on deck, to then having Roger versus Whitebeard all the way up until the goat with a coat shows up. That is a magnificent stretch, man. The very best of the Oden flashback, all in one volume. The Hour of Legends. Oden versus Kaido. I am Oden and I was born to boil. And then topping it all off with Luffy finally showing up in the Emperor's coat. A volume of legend, ladies and gentlemen. Truly a legendary volume, man. And I'm so glad to finally have it. But yeah, I wanted to make this video because I was like, dude, I gotta share it, man. I gotta share the hype, share the awesome sauce, because Volume 96 is truly something special and something that we as fans have been waiting for a very long time to not only see this content covered, but for me, I really wanted to have this in some sort of volume form so I could see it over here. And just to look over and see the spine now is going to be sick. Look at that spine, man. It's like, whoa! Don't even have to look at the volume number. Is that Roger? Oden? Whitebeard? Pull that thing out, man. So yeah, just goat times. Look at this greatness, bro. Greatness. Oh, let me go to the He Laughed. One of the greatest chapters of all time, man. Come on. Absolute greatness, bro. But yeah, man, I heard it's an awesome day. Take care. Just wanted to share this with y'all. Volume 96 is here. Let's go, man.